Nier Automata is an amazing game. Everybody knows that. End of the review. Okay, so there's a little bit more to that, but overall I was kinda getting tired of playing shit game after shit game, so I started playing Nier Automata knowing that I wouldn't be disappointed, and boy, I wasn't. I waited quite a while to get the game as I wanted to play on stream, but since everyone is bitching about the port that is dog shit and that it never got patched, I made an executive decision and got it on PS4. So keep in mind that this review is going to be based on the good version of the game. So Nier Automata story sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple. Humans were attacked by aliens and were forced to move to the moon. To reclaim the Earth, humans invented androids, who are human-like weapons created for the sole purpose to fight on the behalf of humans. At the same time, they made a smart move. They invented their own robot to fight on their behalf. The machine life form. That's right, fuck you human. We got robot too. Humans, they were like, no, fuck you. Our robots are hot as shit. Can you beat that? And you damn right. Aliens, they invented hot robot too. Oh, yeah! Anyway, Unit 9S and 2B were dispatched on Earth to fight and investigate the machine life form, to hopefully bring an end to the war that has been raging for quite a while at this point. They quickly start noticing strange and inexplicable situations. The machine life form, who were supposed to be emotionless robots, were actually engaging in activity that required a complex emotion, like seeking revenge, fucking, committing suicide, demanding peace, and so much more. As you progress in the game, you'll find more and more shady stuff happening all around, sprinkled with deep, meaningful interaction and a decent amount of plot twists. As a player, you'll be sitting on the edge of your seat at all time, not only because Nier Automata has an insanely good story that will make you question life in itself, but also because it got a rich cast of characters. Whether it's a minor character in the main story, or someone that's just there to give you a quest, they will compel you into getting interest in them. When's the last time you got really invested in a character that's solely there to give you a side quest? Pretty much fucking never. Anyway, in the game, you actually control 3 different characters, all android. 2B, 9S, and A2. You'll generally get attached to them. They have colorful personality that clash well with one another and make for some captivating moment. 2B is strict and focused on her job. She will always remind people that emotions are prohibited for androids, but deep down, she cares a lot about her friends. While her partner, 9S, tend to be happy and goofy.
Wow, it's getting late. Let's get you home already.
Both of them are nice and sweet robots, which again clash a lot with the last character, A2. A2, she's special. She's kind of a rebel, let's just say.
Unit A2 should state updated intentions in order to secure more usable data.
Shut the hell up.
I'm sure we could easily do a 20-minute long compilation of A2 abusing of her pod, but we won't, because we have things to do. I would say that overall, Nier Automata story is a pretty solid one. However, I got 1 or 2 issues with it sadly, and they're a pretty big one. The game is separated in 2, and to get to the second half of the game, you have to replay the first half a second time, but with a different perspective. That other perspective doesn't really add to the story, but it does give you a lot of backstory, of allies, enemy, and places. Still, I would say I was kinda bummed out when I realized that you have to replay the first half before doing the second one. And I know that for some people, it would be a total deal breaker. To be fair with the game, even though it felt repetitive, I would say that they did a great job of tweaking and completely changing some scene. Also, there's some theme or some aspect of the world that would have liked for the game to go a little bit more in depth with. When you look at it overall, it's a very neat story in a great universe, with some great side quests that are worth investing some time in them. By the way, there's 26 endings in the game, 5 of them are canon. So don't fucking just do the first one, ending A, and call it a day. If you want to play this game, it's very important that you take the time to complete all the ending from A to E to really get the full Nier Automata experience. Gameplay! Yeah, that's my transition today. So, the 3 playable characters got pretty much the same gameplay. They all have a good variety of melee attack, range attack, and skills. You can change them as much as you want to suit the style that fits you the most. However, most battle will pretty much go the same way no matter the weapon you use. Dodge, poke a couple of times, dodge, poke a couple of times, all while shooting relentlessly at your enemy. A lot of the skills are not super useful and will end up being less efficient than the dodge and poke strategy. So even though it looked like you got a wild range of weapons and skill, you will always go back to the same thing over and over. What I think help a lot the game mechanic is the chips you can put on your character and the way you manage them. So augmentation like having more HP or dealing more damage can be put on this bar. Chips can vary in cost, effect, and level. Sometimes having 20% more HP come at the same cost as having multiple other chips, who could be more useful, like resurrection or auto healing. It is crazy how much customization you can do. From going faster, to cooldown reduction, to emitting shockwave out of your melee attack, to even slowing motherfucking time. Look at this bullshit. Anyway, you can farm for cheaper chips of the same effect and also extend the length of the bar by buying additional space. You can also create different builds for different situations, like one for fighting and one for going fucking fast. And God knows that there's a lot of running in this game. That being said, I talk a lot about the mechanics that all character could use, but there is also cool stuff that are proper to specific character. Like 9S is the only one that can hack other machine, and A2 got a crazy berserker mode. Not only that those abilities are pretty cool, they also fit the personality of the android that use them. Talking about being unique, bosses have their own story and mechanic. There's no boss that feel like they're a reskin of another boss, to truly make sure that there's no sense of repetitiveness. Bosses also have gimmicks that are proper to them. Sometimes it's the camera changing perspective, or the boss being partially out of reach. That authenticity does bleed out on the boss you can see in side quests too. While on the subject of side quests, I'm not sure if you guys remember what I said last time in the last review. It said that there's not a lot of variety when it comes to side quests. Yeah, I was bitching about all the side quests being the same in Octopath Traveler. It feel like Nier Automata earned my last review. Side quests in this game come in quality, quantity, and diversity. Going from murdering a bunch of robots at a peace parade, to battling a boss that get increasingly harder, to beating the fuck out of an enemy in a certain amount of time, to this frustrating garbage racing side quest. By the way, this is the worst fucking side quest I've seen in existence. When I was looking online for tips on how to beat it, I just came across more people complaining on how stupidly hard this quest is. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Back on a serious note though. When you look at the game in general, it is an amazing piece of entertainment that is worth every penny that you will put into buying it. I think I picked it up for 35 Canadian dollar. For that price, you get so much out of it. There's so much more great things that this game offers that I haven't necessarily talked in this review, but I do feel like I cover every major point that I wanted to talk about. I generally don't put a score in my review, but if I had to put one on this one, it would definitely be a 9 out of 10. Alright, so I had a ton of fun playing this game, and it was not the game that I wanted to play at first this month, but it just fell on my lap and I just couldn't stop playing the game. And at a certain point I realized that I had to make a review on this one, and I just hope that everyone pick it up at a certain point, because it's an amazing game in general. So on this note, if you have a suggestion for what I should review next, I would appreciate it, because I have no fucking clue what I'm gonna review next. But anyway, I'm always listening, and on this note, thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Peace.